Protesters have started across the United States in response to the landmark case of Roe versus Wade being overturned. After 49 years, the Supreme Court has ruled there's no constitutional right to an abortion. And it's only just begun, as the words of the song go. Sky News Washington correspondent Annelise Nielsen joins us from Raleigh in North Carolina. Annelise, a protest, we can see it behind you.
This is one of a number of protests that have already started across the country. You can see here a huge number of people. They've started at the Legislative Assembly in North Carolina, but they've moved on. They're marching on to the governor's house. Now, this is a particular focus in North Carolina because this is one state where it's the governor who's stopping the Republican-controlled House and Senate from passing any restrictions on abortion. This is where the battle now lies in the US. It's now with the states to decide whether they'll allow access to abortion. As it lays, there's 13 states that already have laws in place, trigger laws they call it, because they're triggered by the decision in the Supreme Court. They'll automatically implement bans that'll come into effect in the next 30 days. There's 21 states that will protect it, but there's 10 states that are unsure at the moment, uncertain, and 7 that are quite likely to ban it. And you can see the turnout here. This is a huge group that's formed in the day. Remember, we didn't know that Roe v. Wade was being handed down today. We didn't know that this opinion was coming out, but the fear was there because of this leaked Supreme Court decision. This area in particular has a lot of university students at the universities nearby, including Duke University, but this is a hugely divisive issue in America. There is a huge groundswell of support for the pro-choice movement, as we've seen, as with the pro-life movement, which is why this has gotten so contentious, and so this is why we're seeing such huge crowds. President Joe Biden's already been forced to respond to this today. At 12:30, he talked about what the government can do at a federal level. They can't really do much in the Congress. They don't have the numbers. What they are going to do is try and protect women who might travel interstate to access an abortion.
I will do all of my power to protect a woman's right in states where they will face the consequences of today's decision. While the court's decision cast a dark shadow over a large swath of the land, many states in this country still recognize a woman's right to choose. So, if a woman lives in a state that restricts abortion, the Supreme Court's decision does not prevent her from traveling from her home state to the state that allows it.
Many commentators are echoing the president's views, seeing this as a very much a regressive step. Which states will move quickly to ban abortion?
There's 13 that have already got those laws in place. What we are going to see is a number of states take this battle to their state houses. But there is stuff that the president can do. This is where the discussion's going to be had. And look at this groundswell. The Republicans will be looking at this knowing that this is a huge opportunity for people to register voters for the Democrats for midterms. Right now they're polling terribly, but this is an issue that can solidify support among Democrat voters, get them out to vote. And we see the wide level of support. I might ask these ladies, why are you marching today?
Because I think this decision is a big mistake.
Why is that?
Well, it's a personal one. I have in my family severely disabled child. And I think that the suffering I see disturbs me greatly. Sometimes abortion is a necessary thing. So I don't agree with the decision.
I'm sorry, I know that's a really personal thing, so thank you for sharing. This has been a very emotional topic for a lot of people. I know I've been speaking to people about it all week, and there's a lot of emotion on both sides of this. It's incredibly personal. I feel bad that she had to speak about something like that, but this is where the discussion is. It's very out in the open among so many Americans, and sorry, Tim, it's been a long day. I might throw it back to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Annelise. It's a very emotional issue. It's an extraordinary 50 years and a change in politics at this point. So we're going to see a lot more protests right around the United States.